Is King the strongest first commander of any Yonko crew? Of course not, that title will probably go to Ben Beckman, at least for now. Of course in the future will be Zoro, our first commander, right hand, or what you want to call it. But King, I have to be honest, is probably my favorite one on One Piece Pirate Warriors. I usually like, or I do prefer characters that have huge AoE attacks, and Zoro lacks a little bit of that, but King has a lot of AoE damage attacks and things like that, so it's one of my favorites. It's a recent character. Of course the hype is bigger than playing with characters that we know from 30 years or something like that, like Zoro, but Zoro is one of my favorite characters, so I can say just, I won't say that I do prefer King, but in this game I do prefer King. And let's try to focus a little bit on the gameplay, what I have to do. I have to kill Judge, but first I will try to kill this giant marine commander. Another thing that I forgot to mention in the first video, or the first character showcase that I did with NL, is that I won't show every single move that they have, or I will use only the ones that I do prefer, that I have tested and think they are strongest or are the best ones. But if for some reason you think that I should showcase, or before the mission showcase every single move and then do the mission, let me know in the comments and I will change in the future videos, but for now I will go this way. Probably Zephyr I will record before uploading this one, so that I won't change. But after that, if you want me to change the way that I do this video, just let me know and I will try to do that. Now, my mission is to defeat all the marine. I forgot one? No, I didn't. Let's try to collect the soul. In this video I already have the full map of King. I don't have yet the full soul map. I have 3 completed and the last one I think it's in 54% or something like that. But it's with this amount of, or with this level, I already destroy every single mission and I complete every single mission quite easily. But yeah, it's not a full max level, but it's close to it. Now let's do the next one. I have to kill is on there on top. I will face on. For some moment I thought it was Akainu already. I think in the end of this mission I will fight against Akainu, but for now it's only giant marine commanders. Now I have to kill Smoker, but before that I will try to collect that other soul thing. But first let's face the Admiral Garp. I completely destroy them. As I said, it's one of this character is also really strong. I have to say in this DLC pack they outdid themselves. Also they have stronger characters than in the previous one, but the moveset on the other ones is, they don't have so many as many AoEs as we have with King and NL, especially NL. He's really cool and really strong in this game. But the other ones don't have as much AoE, so it makes it a little bit harder to complete the mission. If you have played this game, unless you are low level or something like that, I would say that this game is not hard in any way, but of course it's a lot of fun. That's the main thing. Oh, I failed one mission. I was bargaining and say that it's really easy to finish this game and all of that, and failed one mission, but that's not the big problem. It was a secondary mission. Now let's face Kaku and Jabra. Kaku is right, the other one I think it's Jabra. I don't quite remember. I have started today to watch the it's called Egghead arc, so I will remember some of these characters. but I follow the manga weekly, and the anime I only watch it until the end of Big Mom arc. I'm missing the name. On that Whole Cake Island, I have not watched the Wano arc. I was at the end of Whole Cake Island. I stopped it because I wanted to the Wano arc to finish and before watching or before starting watching it, but I missed that point, and now I just jumped into Egghead arc because looks like the animation, the pace of the show, especially the pace of the show, is way better than it was before, so that's why I jumped. But if you follow the anime, tell me if the pacing Wano arc is as good as Egghead, or is as slow as the other ones were before. Okay, let's try to... I killed Lucy, now there's another soul to collect. Who is he? Yamato, no. Yamato is with me. Okay, it's Yonji. Let's use... I think I already used every power. Probably not. This one is, I think, is the strongest one, where he evokes the dragon. Yeah, I completely one-shot of Yonji. Also, because I haven't watched Wano arc, I didn't watch the fight between Zoro and King. I have to probably go back and watch, especially the fights, because as I said, watching the full anime probably won't be for me, because at least from Whole Cake Island, and I think that hasn't changed in the Wano arc. I think the pace is really slow, and 2026 watching animes in that kind of pace is a little bit annoying, and I think especially One Piece was one of the biggest problems for me. And maybe that's not why, or that's why One Piece is not in my top 1 or top 2 animes, because the pace is a little slow. Despite my favorite anime being Naruto, I think it was had a better pace than One Piece. I know that we got a lot of fillers, and a lot of people don't like the amount of fillers that Naruto has, but on the other end, at least we got a better pace in the story episodes. Okay, now I have to kill the pacifist, and probably after that I will collect another soul. After that I think I can finish the mission facing Kizaru and Akainu, probably. Didn't saw. Okay, that's a lot of objectives still on the map that I can steal. I have to have 15,000 to 150, 100,000. I don't know the number, I'm sorry. But I have to have that to get all the souls that I still need to complete the souls map. This move looks really cool. I think this is the main move from King. At least from what I remember from the manga, there was the last fight between him and Zoro. I think he performed this move. I might be mistaken, and probably the dragon one, but from what I can remember, it was this one. But this one is also really cool. It completely one-shots everyone that shows when I use this move. Okay, another giant marine commander. Okay, another one done. Let's now kill Sentomaru. I'm taking more time than I thought that I would. No problem. We can finish this mission soon. Okay, let's fly. One thing that King has better than NL is the movement. In a game like this, the movement is really important. But other than that, still NL is my favorite one in the DLC pack. I don't remember it, or I don't know if we already know which characters will be the next in the last DLC pack from this character pass. I would want it to be Loki and Rox, or Rox Dishaback, but we probably won't get those because, if I'm not mistaken, we want to dive into Elbaf before the next DLC. So unfortunately, I don't think we will get those. At least not in this character pass. Maybe, as I said in the previous video, maybe in Pirate Wars 5 if we will get that someday. Otherwise we can just have another pass and have those characters. It will be really amazing to have the characters from God Valley in this game. But probably we won't get that. Oh, we also could get one of the 5-star elders, the Gorosei. We could get Saturn. I'm not the best to remember names from some characters, especially secondary characters. Saturn isn't really a secondary character, but it's kind of a secondary character in a show with so many characters. It's hard to remember the name of everyone. But probably we might get Saturn in the next one. Is from Egghead, so why not? But Loki and the Roxy Sherback are on top of the characters that I will want the most in this game. Let's hope that we get those. And it's the end of the mission. As I said, King is a really cool character. The way that they use his transformation, it's cool in his moveset and things like that. It's better than simply just transform. So I would say that the way that they incorporated in the moveset, it was the best way to do it. For now it's everything. I completed all the missions, nice. And if you want to see more characters from One Piece Pirate Wars 4, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace!